That day, I was so excited and I was so anxious. August 14, 1982. Clark looked so dapper in his tuxedo tails and so cute with his curly hair. As I gazed at him in my white beaded wedding gown and my wedding hat. That was when hats were more popular than veils. And we stood in the beautiful chapel with the stained glass windows in front of family, friends, and God. And do you know what I was fretting over? The song to be sung at our wedding. I wanted it to reflect not just this amazing wedding day, but to declare our relationship as our love grew and to voice the life that we would build. And I tell you, I chose the right song. I'm not going to sing it for you. It was You and I by Stevie Wonder. The first lyrics in that song are together, we can conquer the world. And you know, in our 35 years of marriage, we've had so many high points. Our two sons, Evan and Alex, who are adult men now, and they live in different cities than we do, but they have been both a blast and a blessing in our lives, and we sure do have a good time when we get together, and it's always centered around a good meal. And there have been other great high points too, like buying new houses and entertaining family and friends. One home in particular was my dream home. And our home is the gathering place at Thanksgiving. And one Thanksgiving, we had 21 family members come and visit and stay. They slept in our house. And they didn't have to sleep in sleeping bags or on the floor. They could actually sleep in beds. Wow, that was such good times. And there are so many great times that I could share with you. But when I reflect on where I've grown the most, it's the valleys that have made me strong. Job losses. Maybe you've never experienced it, but I can tell you that the sudden loss of income is very scary, and it became obvious that we were going to have to change some things in our lifestyle. Our address being one of them. So you know that beautiful dream home I told you about? It was inevitable. We had to downsize. That was a hard thing to do. I was embarrassed. I was disappointed. I was sad. When it came time to say goodbye to those neighbors that we had such good times with and hand over the keys to those new buyers, the couple and their 3 kids who were so excited to be moving into my home. That hurt. But I remember watching a sermon on TV, and as God would have it, it was as though that pastor was talking directly to me. He said, and I remember it well, he said, a house is just a house. They can be built and replaced. So it was at that moment that I realized that it was not the house or the place or the address that mattered. It was a foundation of us. And we could take that with us wherever we went. And we have. Now we live in a smaller and still nice home. And we have such good times. And you know what? Thanksgiving is still the place that they come to our home. So that is awesome. You know what else I learned? I learned that I can take my foundation with me wherever I go in business as well. I've been fortunate to have a variety of professional experiences, both as an entrepreneur and in the corporate arena. So I understand the critical importance to build knowledge and skills and to deliver results. And I learned from making mistakes. I must admit that it's the ability first to focus on building people that has shaped my character and helped me to become a more effective leader. Because you know why? Wherever I go, there are people who, like me, have needs and fears and challenges, as well as goals. So the core components of my foundation that I carry with me are to show that I care and to demonstrate that I want to help and to keep my integrity so that those around me know that they can trust me. The person who taught me these key components the most is my mom, Charlotte, who I lost to breast cancer 20 years ago. I was her only child. I still miss her. I wanted to honor her, so I registered for the Avon 39.3-mile walk to end breast cancer. And who are we kidding? I was not a walker. I was not prepared to take this on, but I knew people who had done it. Barry and Janice and Pam, to name a few. So if they can do it, I can do it. And I sure did hear my mom in my mind and my heart saying, yes, you can. So I've conquered it now for 5 consecutive years, but there was a lot to learn. The first thing to learn was the training. Oh my goodness, like climbing those hills. Oh, you know, it reminded me of real life. Like how you keep on taking the steps and you feel like it's taking forever to get to where you want to go. You know, like achieving the revenue goals or inspiring your team to do just a little bit more. And how about what feels like a never-ending paper trail process of getting business certification or business loans? And imagine securing that new client that you know will take your business to the next level. Do you know what I mean? You know what though? When we keep taking the steps and we don't give up, we do get to our destiny. We can see new perspectives. We can enjoy the view. Until, of course, the next incline, the next challenge. It's a journey. Oh, and then there was the fundraising, also known as begging for money. And you know, I've been in sales for so many years, and even I had to be reminded the value of persistence. That just because I sent emails to fundraise didn't mean they were sitting there waiting for them. And you know, I've had people tell me they don't like sales because it makes them feel too pushy. I gotta tell you guys, we're all in sales. We just have to keep asking. And that takes guts. No guts, no glory, right? Right. Yes. Yes. You know, I've been a risk taker since I was young. In fact, when I was 19 years old, I entered the Miss Black Colorado pageant. And I had never been in a pageant, nor did I have typical pageant talents. Like singing, oh no, I could not sing. And dancing, yeah, not so good at that either. Also, I did not have typical pageant looks. Tall and long legs, I was 5'2". And those contestants, they were intimidating. Yes, most of them were singers and dancers, and yes, they were gorgeous and they were tall and they had long legs. And their costumes matched their talents. Their costumes were pretty, they were fancy, they were sexy. My costume matched my talent. Let me tell you what, my talent was a dramatic monologue of the integration of 9 children at Central High School, Little Rock, Arkansas, 1957. So my costume was a brown and yellow wool plaid skirt with a white blouse and a yellow sweater, bobby socks, and brown and tan saddle shoes. I heard laughter as I entered the stage to do my monologue. That could have thrown me off. It didn't, though. What mattered was the thunderous applause I heard at the end of my monologue. There were 5 of us as finalists. I was so nervous. My stomach had butterflies, but I kept smiling. Then I heard the announcer call the second runner-up. He didn't call my name. So then I started wondering, am I even gonna place? Or maybe I could win. Then they called the first runner-up. And it didn't call my name. And the next thing I heard was the announcer say, "Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming and congratulating our next Miss Black Colorado, Michelle Mason." Michelle Mason? That was me! I have won the pageant! Short me, non-dancer, non-singer me. I was ecstatic. My family was ecstatic. We partied in the basement of my parents' home literally all night long. I learned some lessons from this too. I learned to stop focusing on what I thought others had that I didn't, and instead to use the talents that God gave me. I learned to be clear on what I want, to believe in myself, and to go get it. And you know what? I think this lesson is still relevant for us as women in business today. I think that we are still guilty of looking at others and rationalizing how they are more qualified than we are, and then justifying why they would be more successful than us, whether it's education or appearance or experience. We need to look in the mirror and see all that we do have and know what we do want and go get it. I tell you, you see, there were times when I didn't believe in myself, but there were those around me, like those tonight who came to celebrate with me, who helped me to remove the doubt and to believe in myself. They helped me to do me, from choosing the song at our wedding and learning those lessons as I climbed those hills, to managing my emotions as I left my dream home, to performing the talent at the pageant. The valleys, they didn't stop me. And the peaks propelled me to soar. So for you, keep celebrating your peaks. And when you find yourself in the valleys, do not give up. Do you.